He's one of the NBA's 50 greatest players and a Hall of Fame inductee. We call him Grateful Green, my friend Bill Walton.
My time coming, any day now. Don't worry about me, no. California, preaching on the burning shore. California knocking on the golden door. As we stand here, one more night, under the moon, at the altar here of life, with the source of all life as our backdrop. We live one more time by the mantra, be the change that you want to see in the world. Live green or die. And whenever you have the difficult issues, the problems, the challenges, the obstacles, always ask yourself the major questions. If not here, where? If not now, when? If not me, who? We are facing the crisis of our lives. It's also the opportunity, the chance to make a difference. And whenever you're in that situation, you have to realize what the game is. This is the game of life. This is what we do. This is who we are. This is our mission. This is our purpose. And when you have that, you have to identify your game plan, and you also have to identify who the opponents are. Whenever you have the greatest of challenges, how do you move forward? How do you get to your goal? Education, train the mind, competitive greatness. The top of John Wooden's pyramid of success. Who can play? Who's got a game? Who's in shape? And who really wants it? Competitive greatness, defined as being at your best when your best is needed. And as we battle the forces that are trying to keep us back, what is their message? Their message is fear, misinformation, selfishness, greed. As I have had the pleasure and privilege of meeting many of you tonight, and I'll be the last one to leave, so please feel free to come up. I'm not the broadcaster that bites. In fact, I'm not the broadcaster at all anymore. I have a whole new life. A lucky and proud life, working with Cortland Weissleader, Greener Dawn, working with Jim Waring and Lisa Becker of the Clean Tech San Diego, and now working for David here at the San Diego Green Chamber of Commerce. San Diego Green Chamber of Commerce. Everyone's business. Amazingly though, that with the 7,000 chambers of commerce across the United States, there are only 3 green chambers. San Diego, San Francisco, and Phoenix. And as we see the tragedy that's just unfolded in the Gulf, how long will it be before Louisiana steps forward? And while we can point fingers, and we can look to the past, the real challenge is to what we do tomorrow morning. And every morning, the newspaper comes out. And for those of you who are unsure, now I know this is a very friendly audience here, but for those of you who are questioning just the absolute decisiveness of the precipice that we stand on right now, Sundays, New York Times front page. Climate change, floods in Pakistan, fires in Russia, winds throughout the Midwest, the extremes. Front page of the business section. Wind power or mountaintop coal extraction. Today's New York Times. Every day, Pakistan, the floods, the shrimp fishermen going out in the Gulf. What are we going to do? And then the drilling permits and the constant issues that we are faced with every day. This morning, the Clean Tech Board of Directors, where Karen and I and a number of other people had our monthly meeting Glenn Mosier from UBS, a man who's intimately and intricately involved in this whole field. Glenn Mosier asked for a moment to introduce a new book, which I would like to take that opportunity to as well. Merchants of Doubt. The story of people who spread misinformation as we try to move forward. Our challenge with the Green Chamber, our challenge with Clean Tech San Diego, our challenge with all the different businesses that I've heard here today is to spread the message of truth, to be willing to stand up in the face of the extreme adversity that we know will come, because this is a battle about the future. And what we look for as we fight this misinformation, this series of lies, this series of self-interest to protect a non-sustainable past, we always have to identify who those people are that are on our team and who are those who are willing to stand up and tell those lies. Just think of all the battles that have been fought, not yet successfully won. These battles are ongoing. Neil Young, one of his great songs, Fly the Flags of Freedom. And in that song, he talks about continuing to fight the age-old battles that we thought we once won before. Think of the battles against the tobacco companies. Think of the battles against the junk food companies. Think of the battles that we've always fought to try to make a better world for our children. And here we are, standing one more time with the newest battle for clean air and clean water. Without that, we have nothing. 2/3 to 75% of our own individual bodies is water. And why would we put anything but the cleanest and freshest and purest water into this temple, into this machine, into this vehicle that's going to take us where we need to go? The same way that we'll have that auction after my presentation tonight about the temporary use of a Tesla. Now, I grew up in the world of the Grateful Dead, which has always lived by the mantra, it's easier to get forgiveness than permission. And if I was able to fit in that Tesla and I won that auction tonight, that guy would have a real hard time getting his Tesla back. I'm sorry, I couldn't find the way home. The Grateful Dead at the end of their great run back in the mid-90s, just before Jerry passed on, things were so big, things were so popular, which is where this movement will one day be, as people realize the importance, realize the future. They sang the song, liberty, freedom, leave me alone. I can find my own way home. That is not the case for us right now. As we build a team, as we build organizations, as we build businesses, as we build dreams and hopes for a better tomorrow.